Jimmy said it was blowing up, Rick.
Keselowski makes the pass. He's in front of the 5, but not completely cleared him. Here comes the 48 to the inside. The 48 still smoking, pretty wide for the lead as they enter turn 3. Brad Keselowski on the outside. Around goes the 48. The 48 blows up and into the wall it goes. The caution comes out again.
Able to maintain it in good spot. Keselowski does everything he's supposed to do, gets close to the 5. Now look how loose the 5 gets right here up into the side of the 2. Jimmy Johnson with huge momentum with smoke coming out of the back of the car like it's blowing up. Now right now, Casey Kane in lift, and I can promise you, it's been a long time since he's win. He's going to drive it in there. Every one of these guys wants to win a Brickyard 400. The 48 car very bottom gets loose. Around he goes. Don't tell me these drivers don't want to win this race.
I agree with Jeff Burton. These drivers wanted to win the Brickyard 400 so bad in 2017. They were 3 wide entering turn number 3 at Indianapolis, a flat track. Besides Jimmy Johnson blowing his engine, this would have been spectacular in itself. But to have Jimmy Johnson blowing an engine down the back straightaway and still going for the lead is just pure chaos. It was so cool to see Jimmy do it, but unfortunately, his engine expired and he spun out and crashed. But I'll give it to the 7-time champ. He sure did try.
A drag race into turn 1. Oh, Kyle Busch slides and does the 78. They both go up into the wall through turn 1. Caution comes out.
Lock her down.
Easily the 2 dominant cars in the 2017 Brickyard 400 was Kyle Busch and Martin Truex, who had been out front all afternoon long. It came at the conclusion when Martin Truex would overdrive turn number 1, collecting himself and Kyle Busch in this fiery, horrific crash. Both of these drivers were okay, but this just shows why you shouldn't sit it in so far at a flat track.
Joey Logano through 3 and 4 for the final time. There's the contact. He does get to him. The 11 on the inside. He gets into the wall. Dylan's going to win it at the line.
Pop the crowd, everybody.
Still to this day, it blows my mind that Austin Dillon was even able to do this. He was so far back entering turn 3 on Joey Logano, yet he was able to drive it so far in there, hit Joey Logano, lose control of his race car, and still manage to crash Denny Hamlin in the process and win the race. Honestly, it takes some skill to be that bad, and Austin Dillon has some skill to be that bad. It was a very unfortunate circumstance for Logano and Hamlin, but Dillon was able to pick up the win on this full send into turn 3. Ultimately, he was revoked his eligibility for the NASCAR playoffs because NASCAR deemed this as unsportsmanlike, and Dillon was upset.
And potentially he's going to clear him off for turn 4. They're side by side to turn 1. Taylor Gray back to the race lead. 3 of the last 6 races at Martinsville have had a last lap pass. Sammy Smith is there. Justin Allgaier is there.
Oh!
Will there be contact? There is. There goes Gray. Here comes Allgaier. Austin Hill out of nowhere. It's going to win. Oh my goodness. Martinsville. Do you believe that? With a huge crash at the start-finish line. Lead here, and then just to come from this far back, though, I mean, this is just, that's too much. No one wants to see that. If you're a young kid watching this, that's too far.
10 leaders sets a new track record. Austin Hill leads only the last lap, but in dramatic fashion, he wins for a 2nd time this season.
You would think after the previous race at Richmond in the NASCAR Cup Series that people wouldn't dive bomb it into turn 3 and wreck first place. And yet, Sammy Smith, the NASCAR Xfinity Series driver, still did that. He sent it in on Taylor Gray, driving the number 54 car after being moved out of the groove. Taylor Gray was extremely upset with Sammy Smith, but he was able to keep his composure in his post-race interview. But a lot of people were mad at Sammy Smith.
He lost his nose a little bit on the 8. He's right on him.
He's there. This
Will he go for a slide job? This is it. There he goes.
Here he goes.
Win for it. Down to the bottom. Slides up into him. Who's going to save it? Neither one. They both spin out. Kyle Busch. And Kyle Busch is going to win barely. Steals one. Holy cow. Tyler Reddick He gets a run, gets his car rotated better. I saw the 8 car kind of push up a little bit. You knew it was coming, folks. Went for the old slide job. Reddick knew it was coming, drove it off in there hard as well. 14 gets into him and spins them both out.
Chase Briscoe was able to run Tyler Reddick in the number 8 car down in the Bristol dirt race from so far back. Both of these drivers grew up on dirt and know exactly how to race. These two drivers were at the front of the field in the final laps in 2023, and Chase Briscoe sent it in on Tyler Reddick, trying to be able to slide job, but he didn't make it. He slid up into Reddick, costing both of them a shot at the win as they would slide down the track, and Kyle Busch would pick up his final win in the M&M car.
Let's go! Larson's trying to split him. He's in between the two Toyotas. He bounces off Truex Jr. right in front of Matt Kenseth, and he's on the low line. Kyle Larson with a blinding restart. Has Truex got anything for him down the back straight? Kyle Larson coming to the line with Truex chasing, will win his 3rd time in a row here in Michigan.
Kyle Larson came in clutch in 2017, picking up his 3rd Michigan win in a row by shooting the gap between Truex and Eric Jones, making it 4 wide to take the lead, and he never looked back. This was one of the greatest restarts at Michigan the NASCAR Cup Series has ever seen in its history. It was wild.
I think that the 22 is just good enough that it didn't matter where Larson went. Logano's going the opposite direction.
Yeah, but watch him. It's going to be
He'll
tough
get
to
down
make
on
this
that door
pass.
right here. Watch him get down on that door.
This pass.
Remember how he got the lead before? He got down on the door of, I forget who it was, sucked him loose, and he was able to take the lead.
Whoa. 2 to go.
Woo-hoo! I don't know exactly how we got to this point, but we're here, and boys, it's exciting.
Logano,
Larson in the wall.
Logano. Logano's in there. They both almost crashed.
And they're lined up 2 and 3 wide behind. Further back, Jimmy Johnson. 3 wide to the inside. Johnson goes around hard into the wall. Kurt Busch is there. Paul Menard is involved. Others are trying to avoid Jimmy Johnson, whose playoff hopes have just ended.
He won't open this one up there right here.
No. Oh, he's going to use it.
AJ's going to open it for him.
Moved him. Moved him. AJ moved him. He's going to get moved back. Comes back. Chastain, will he answer? And Bowman wants to steal it. Oh, he'll get the chance. Bowman's under him.
Oh, my God.
Chastain's going to have to move them both. You're going to have to move them both.
Oh,
he is. Oh. And around goes Allmendinger both off the bumper of Chastain. And Ross Chastain beats and bangs his way to turn 20 and off the corner to the checkered flag. Hey, I don't mind that. He got moved and moved him back.
absolutely.
Great job, boy.
Ross Chastain was able to pick up his very first career win in 2022 after sending it in on AJ Allmendinger, who would collect Alex Bowman in the process. Both of these drivers go spinning off the track as Chastain was able to pick up the victory and secure his spot in the playoffs and the first ever win for Trackhouse Racing. This is one of the most controversial moves in the 2022 season, as Ross Chastain was raced fairly clean by AJ Allmendinger, but in the next corner he sent it in there and wrecked him. It still surprises me that there was no punches thrown, but that's just how NASCAR is sometimes.
Now the 24 car looks pretty loose. It's the last lap. Oh, he hit the oh, into the wall. Logano goes by. Wow. White flag. One lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Wow. I knew it. What do you say? Joey Logano.
Nice job. Checkered flag.
28th career win. Logano, from the pole to the checkered flag, captures the Goodyear 400.
Well, Dale Earnhardt has gone out in front, but it has not been without incident here. Let's take a look at how he did it back in lap number 72. There you see, Bodine in the 5. He gets trapped on a slow car. And as he gets trapped in the slow, Earnhardt just drives around in the dirt.
Goes through the dirt.
That's a good example of what Earnhardt will do to get in the lead in the race.
Okay, we're down here with Dale Earnhardt, and this is a rare occasion for you out of the race. What happened?
Well, we broke a valve spring when I was racing with Bodine, and it started getting worse, and then it dropped the valve. So, you know, we just sort of was crippled, and they put water in it, and it put water in the oil and started oil pressure going way crazy. And you know, we didn't want to run like that, and you know, it's just one of them deals.
At this point, you don't have to run like that, I guess. You got the title under your belt already.
Yeah, that's good. You know, we're glad to have that on our belt. We sure do miss Neil Bonnet out here racing with us, though, and hopefully he won't get no deer before I get in Alabama, too, after Atlanta.
We were remarking when you and Jeff were going at it there really close for a couple of laps that was great racing, that you guys were just giving a clinic in how to race good, tight, hard racing.
Well, we was getting putting a good show on, I thought. You know, Bodine's awful strong down that backstretch, and I couldn't run with him, but, you know, the car run with him up through the S's and was awful competitive there. But, you know, maybe we'll catch up next race out here, but, you know, we had a good time while I was there.
Okay, thanks, Dale.
The 2012 NASCAR Chase for the Cup had one of the most underrated championship battles in its history, in my opinion. It came down between two drivers, Jimmy Johnson and Brad Keselowski, and these two drivers were fighting it out tooth and nail towards the end of the season, and it all came down to Texas in this wild restart.
Whoa, hang on. Loose. Wow. It is going at it for the race lead. The top two of the championship clanging off each other. Nobody giving ground.
Corner tight, clear. Clear 1, 2 back to the 18. 2 back 18.
I don't know how he came this hard off of turn 4 after being so loose down in the middle of turn 3. Johnson clears Kyle Busch to stay in second.
He won't open this one up, though, right here.
No. Oh, he's going to use it.
AJ's going to open it for him.
Moved him. Moved him. AJ moved him. He's going to get moved back. Comes back. Chastain, will he answer? And Bowman wants to steal it. Oh, he'll get the chance. Bowman's under him.
Oh, my God.
Chastain's going to have to move them both. You're going to have to move them both.
Oh,
he is. Oh. And around goes Allmendinger both off the bumper of Chastain. And Ross Chastain beats and bangs his way to turn 20 and off the corner to the checkered flag. Hey, I don't mind that. He got moved and moved him back.
absolutely.
Great job, boy.
Ross Chastain was able to pick up his very first career win in 2022 after sending it in on AJ Allmendinger, who would collect Alex Bowman in the process. Both of these drivers would go spinning off the track as Chastain was able to pick up the victory and secure his spot in the playoffs and the first ever win for Trackhouse Racing. This is one of the most controversial moves in the 2022 season, as Ross Chastain was raced fairly clean by AJ Allmendinger, but in the next corner, he sent it in there and wrecked him. It still surprises me that there was no punches thrown, but that's just how NASCAR is sometimes.
Championship. The 2017 champion. Will he get the bumper? Yes, he does. Here comes Logano. Logano on the inside. A drag race. They're sideways. And it's going to be Logano getting the win.
Right back with a Spencer-like move of his own.
Whoa, he hit him. Busch got under him and muscled Jimmy Spencer. You don't see that often.
A new Winston Cup rivalry was born.
Shouldn't race that way, but he won it. I just don't forget that's.
This has to be one of the greatest all-star race finishes we've ever seen in NASCAR. The 2009 Charlotte All-Star Race saw Kyle Busch, Ryan Newman, Jeff Gordon, Matt Kenseth, and Tony Stewart all racing it out for $1 million, all racing under a blanket. And it came to a crashing halt when Jeff Gordon, Kyle Busch, and Newman got together off turn number 4.
I mean, he ran up on him some hard. He had to jump out of the gas 3 wide in 2.
Oh, boy, here we go. This is going to be tight right here.
But they make it, and Stewart closes right up.
Oh, and a nice little bump draft down the back at Charlotte Lowe's Motor Speedway.
Way to see that and step in the All-Star race. Newman all the way up against the wall. There's still 3 wide.
He's got him. He's got him. Oh, there we go.
Keep your foot in it.
Keep your foot in it.
Still
Keep your foot in it. Ah!
Pow.
How they going to all miss him?
Well, Dale Earnhardt has gone out in front, but it has not been without incident here. Let's take a look at how he did it back in lap number 72. There you see Bodine in the 5. He gets trapped on a slow car. And as he gets trapped in the slow, Earnhardt just drives around in the dirt.
Goes through the dirt.
That's a good example of what Earnhardt will do to get in the lead in the race.
Oh, there's a lot of contact. I want it to. And now Larson readies the car again. Creed off of the corner. Can Sheldon Creed hang on? his win would take him into the playoffs.
Watch Noah Gragson right here.
The 9 looking low. Noah Gragson to the low side. And Creed, he pulls the video game move. He's in the wall. Can he keep the throttle up? Here comes Noah Gragson. Creed cannot do it. And Gragson will win at Darlington.
This was one of the most forgotten wall rides in NASCAR history, in my opinion. Kyle Larson, after pushing Sheldon Creed to the wall in turns 1 and 2, decided that Sheldon Creed was not going to take any of it, as he would go off into turn number 3, full throttle and not lift. Creed almost made it work. It was up until Noah Gragson was able to get a better run off the corner and pass him coming out of turn number 4. Gragson would pick up the win and Creed would once again finish second, but it wasn't for the lack of trying.
A near-perfect race for Denny Hamlin. Entering the playoffs, he was second in the regular season, but one of only 3 drivers that were winless, and now he's slow on the track. The 5 right up behind him. Smoke coming out from Larson. Larson up against the wall. It's a drag race to the checkered flag. Denny Hamlin's going to win it.
Now, the 24 car looks pretty loose.
It's the last lap.
Oh,
He hit it. Oh, into the wall. Logano goes by.
Wow.
White flag.
Do you
1
think
lap
that was
to
a
go.
bump and
Sponsored
run?
by Credit One Bank.
Wow.